The spirit of joy is my greatest weapon in transition. Hi, everybody. I am Serene, and yes, I'm back, and I am your money navigator. And what I do is I talk about all things money, all things God, and all things you while sharing my lessons in my season of transition. And this is by far the biggest lesson I have learned, and it has been the most effective weapon in my transition season to date, and that is having joy. Always rejoicing in the Lord. Always rejoicing in the Lord. I cannot tell you how much that particular weapon saved me out of all the other weapons in my arsenal. And I mean, I'm talking about not even speaking in tongues, not praying, speaking in tongues, doing warfare prayers, all that stuff worked. But when I capped out and understood the value and the lesson behind having joy in this season of transition, it has really shifted the game for me. I mean, I'm not just talking about, they say the joy of the Lord is my strength, that the spirit of joy the spirit of the Lord is upon me. I'm talking about not just having that level of joy, I'm talking about having the actual name. There is a name of God that represents him as joy. Like we do Jehovah Shalom, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Makadesh. He is my righteousness. He is my sanctification. He is my provider. He is my joy. I mean, the literal spirit of God, that representation of God really has hit my heart in such a way that I learned how to have joy in the midst of this. And that is literally confusing the enemy right now because he doesn't understand how I can have so much joy. How can I be engulfed in the embodiment of God in that way of joy in my life? Despite the way I look, despite the way things look. Because I understand that the way things look for me right now, that's all temporary. That's not going to last forever. But joy, my God, the joy of the Lord is my true strength. I mean, can you imagine when the spirit of joy comes upon you and he engulfs you, despite what things look like, how deep down you feel inside your, I mean, I can't even explain it inside my spirit. I have so much joy. And people are like, how can you have joy when you're this easy? Because this is temporary. This is going to change. And baby, when it changes, I'm going to still celebrate and have joy. Why? Because the Bible in Philippians 4 tell us, rejoice. Again, I say rejoice in the Lord always. And then after you rejoice, then he said, don't be anxious for anything, but through prayer and supplication, make your request be made known to God. And then the peace of God shall, cover your heart and mind. And then he tells you, after you do all that, this is the good part. He tells you to change your subconscious thoughts. And then after that, he tells you some other stuff to do. You should go read Philippians 4 and 8. Philippians 4, starting to verse 5, I believe it is, all the way down to the end. And understand that those were the warfare strategies that God had given me in my season of transition. See, I'm up out of this. And I'm not up out of this in a way that I'm up out of this in one way spiritually. And then once it gets to a certain level, what's going on in the inside of me, the outside is going to have to shift. The opportunities are going to have to shift. Everything's going to have to shift for me because I'm going to be up out of this soon. Very, very soon. And it is all because I carry the most precious weapon to date, and that is the spirit of joy. So, if you're going through a season of transition, I want you to read Philippians 4, and I want you to start rejoicing because joy is a weapon. And it is the weapon. It is that weapon of joy that confuses your enemy the most and people around you. But also it's going to expose a lot of enemies too. So that is one of the lessons I have learned. This is probably the biggest lesson I've learned in transition, and I wanted to share it with you. But be sure you stay tuned because I'm coming back with more lessons about finances and money centered around joy. So I love you to life. I'll talk with you soon. Bye.